the representatives of the Director General of DSS present, members of the press, good morning. We, the Goza Christians, under the umbrella of Goza Christian Community Association, GCCA, today call on Your Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to take immediate personal leadership of the renewed hope agenda to hold what insurgency survivors describe as a continuing campaign of erasure, injustice, and exclusion against indigenous Christians from Goza local government area of Borno State. GCCA demands swift federal intervention, an independent investigation, equitable reconstruction, urgent humanitarian relief, and visible guarantees for a safe return. We are not asking for a favor. We are begging for the dignity of truth, justice, and a safe home for our people. Too many churches, homes, and lives were destroyed. Too many of our sons remain unaccounted for. Silence and denial have compounded our grief. Mr. President, your urgent, visible action can stop the slow death of our community. What has happened to Goza Christians? Widespread destruction of worship and community life. Out of 176 large churches whose capacity was 500 worshippers and above in Goza local government before the insurgency, 146 were burned and lie in ruins. The 12 that are standing today were restored by the Vice President, His Excellency Kashim Shettima GCON, when he was the governor of Borno State. Mass killings and targeted attacks. The human toll and destruction are detailed and specific. In Goza West alone, 74 towns and villages were sacked. 36,946 families were dispersed. 99 churches were destroyed, and 292 people killed in September 2013. In Atagara, 13 churches were destroyed, 1,738 families dispersed, and 140 Christians killed by 3rd of June 2014. By 9th of August 2014, 2,203 Christian houses and 28 churches were destroyed, and 102 Christians, including 3 pastors, were killed in Goza Town, Kamba, and Graza. The total number of pastors killed by the insurgents in Goza local government was 12. In other Christian towns within Goza, such as Ngoshe, Boko, Pulka, Limankara, Ngoshe Sama, Barawa, and Gavanot, both the loss of life and the physical destruction exceeded local expectation. Displacement on a massive scale. Today, we have 107,000 Goza Christians in 27 IDP camps across 7 Nigerian states and in Minawao refugee camp, Cameroon. An additional 50,000 are displaced and living with relatives, many for over a decade. Unequal construction and resettlement. Evidence shows extensive rebuilding of Muslim homes and properties on original land, while Christian survivors have been mainly excluded. Within thousands of resettlement houses built, GCCA can identify only 3 Christian beneficiaries, even though Christians were the most displaced. Erasure of Christian heritage. The church within Goza General Hospital was bulldozed and converted to a solar farm, while the adjacent mosque within the same hospital was rebuilt. Unresolved adoption and impunity. 5 of our members, one of whom was the former vice chairman of Goza local government, were abducted on 30th of July 2013 and remain missing despite repeated appeals. Witnesses report military vehicle transfers. Their 5 wives and 17 children have received no sustained legal, psychosocial, or economic support. Also, recently, our member, Mrs. Lami, and her husband, Amos, were arrested in Maiduguri for sharing her fate with a 23-year-old lady. The judge refused to grant her bail on a case that was not criminal in nature. This is persecution. Systemic exclusion and denial. Christian religious knowledge is not taught in government schools across Goza local government. Public office and traditional leadership remain overwhelmingly monopolized in ways that prevent fair representation. Public minimization of victims' suffering deepens wounds and discourage reconciliation. Our demand for immediate presidential action. GCCA respectfully but firmly call on Your Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to hear our cry, restore our homes. We are willing to return. Ensure transparent repatriation and resettlement. Do not give our refugees in Cameroon 500,000 naira per family as compensation, enticement, or bait in the name of resettlement. Build their homes and on their ancestral land in Goza and give them the keys. Our IDPs do not need money. They need homes to live in. Please rebuild their homes on their ancestral land in Goza. It has been done in many areas and local governments in Borno State, even in Goza. But why not for Goza Christians? Number 2, order an immediate, transparent audit of all reconstruction and resettlement projects in Goza local government area. Publish complete beneficiaries lists, selection criteria, project budget, and audited expenditures. Where iniquity is found, mandate restitution and reallocation. Number 3, direct full independent investigation into the abduction and disappearance of the 5 GCCA members abducted on 30th of July 2013, including access to military logs, vehicle movement records, and detention registers, with public reporting and prosecution where appropriate. Number 5, mandate restitution or just mandate restoration or just restitution for Christian places of worship, beginning with the church at Goza General Hospital, which Boko Haram did not destroy, but a solar contractor did, and also a survey to repair all destroyed churches. Number 5, issue federal directives to ensure equitable resettlement, land restitution, and livelihood support for Christian survivors with explicit security guarantees and a timetable for phased safe returns. We do not trust the Borno State government because it has repeatedly failed us on this matter. Number 6, end systemic exclusion in education and civil service. Reinstate Christian religious knowledge in Goza public schools and ensure fair representation in civil service and local governance, backed by transparent, free local electoral processes. Number 7, provide immediate humanitarian, legal, and psychosocial assistance to the 5 women and 17 children of the missing and to vulnerable Christian families in IDP refugee camps. Mobilize targeted federal humanitarian aid for the identified 27 Goza Christian IDP camps and the Minawao refugee camp. Number 8, in the spirit of transformative justice, publicly acknowledge the specific grievances of Goza Christians and commit to concrete timelines and oversight mechanisms for remediation. Number 9, provide a military battalion and barracks in Goza East to deter the insurgents. Regrouping and growth is essential. Number 10 and the last, Your Excellency, establish a special repatriation and resettlement committee to achieve effective outcomes. The committee should have diverse professionals, religious leaders, and representatives of people being resettled. Our plea, GCCA, do not seek confrontation, but truth, justice, and a dignified path home. We urge Mr. President, the father of the nation, to demonstrate federal concern and leadership by meeting these demands. May the Lord bless Goza local government. May the Lord bless our dear father and president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. May the Lord bless our dear country, Nigeria. God bless you all.